Mizuno JPX 921 versus JPX 923 irons. So what has actually changed between these two generations? And is the upgrade truly worth your hard-earned cash? A lot of golfers assume newer automatically means better, but I've got to tell you right now that is almost never true in golf. Today we are breaking down exactly what is different in this direct head-to-head battle so you don't overpay for marketing noise that doesn't actually move the needle for your game.
Welcome back to another Golf Gear Showdown Explainer, where we put top options head-to-head and help you pick the exact right winner for your swing. Picture this entirely relatable scenario. You're standing right there in the pro shop, and your credit card is burning a hole in your pocket. Over on the discount rack is the older JPX 921 line. You might even spot a sweet used set that looks basically brand new. Right next to it sits the current full-price lineup, the JPX 923, pushed heavily by the reps as the absolute pinnacle of engineering. That massive retail gap creates real confusion for everyday players. Picking the wrong one here can cost you hundreds for almost zero benefit, or conversely, it could save you a few bucks while making you miss out on a genuine improvement. Let's sort out what's fact and what's fiction.
We are judging this matchup across 5 distinct rounds. We'll look at distance and launch, forgiveness, accuracy and control, feel and confidence, price and value, and finally, golfer fit. And stick around, because our accuracy round is going to reveal a highly controversial truth about tour-level control that most amateurs completely miss.
Round 1. Distance and forgiveness. The simulator reality.
Let's dive right into what happens when the rubber actually meets the simulator mat. Both of these lineups share the exact same core forgiveness technology, so the distance story here is absolutely not a massive leap. Based on design intent, the JPX 923 simply refines the variable face thickness. Engineers shaved away just a fraction of a millimeter around the heel and the toe to keep ball speeds consistent on strikes that completely miss the center.
We need to translate that to reality on the actual golf course, though. If you catch the golf ball dead center, you likely won't notice a single yard of difference between these generations. That extra tech only shows up on those ugly mishits. Because of that, round 1 goes to the JPX 923, but strictly for golfers who tend to miss the center of the face and desperately need that off-center ball speed retention.
Moving into round 2, we are focusing heavily on raw forgiveness out on the grass. This is where the two generations are way closer than people expect. Both rely on very similar cavity back and hot metal face cup constructions. Imagine you're deep in the rough and you chunk a long iron. Both of these clubs are built specifically for the average golfer trying to survive that exact shot and still reach the front of the green.
There are some nuances though. The 923 lineup does make some micro adjustments to the trailing edge of the sole. They essentially chamfer the back edge slightly, particularly on the hot metal HL model, to help it glide through the turf with less resistance when you hit it a little fat.
Taking that turf interaction into account, we're calling round 2 a tie overall. We will give a very slight edge to the JPX 923 HL specifically for slower swinging golfers needing an easier, higher launch out of tough lies.
Round 3. Accuracy and control. The great debate. And heads up, chasing the wrong kind of control here is a trap.
Let's get into the finer details of the better player models. The JPX 923 Forged has a noticeably cleaner, more refined shape with a thinner top line and a more compact heel-to-toe length. Better players are absolutely going to appreciate that for shot shaping, working the ball left to right, and controlling their trajectory. It is a gorgeously engineered club for precision. I've got to strongly disagree with you there, Mike. I have to warn everybody watching, chasing that tour-level control might be the exact reason you were currently dropping strokes on the golf course. To a 15 handicapper like me, that refined thin top line looks terrifying at address. It feels way less forgiving before I even take the club back. The everyday golfer just wants the slightly bulkier JPX 921 Hot Metal Pro because they need the ball to just fly straight without worrying about shaping shots on command. Fair point, Jake. Not everyone needs to hit high draws on demand. We'll split the win here based entirely on ball striking ability. Round 3 goes to the JPX 923 Forged for better ball strikers, and the JPX 921 Hot Metal Pro takes it for accuracy-focused mid-handicappers who just want to find the fairway.
Round 4. Feel and confidence. The psychological side.
Preparing for round 4, we have to talk about the entirely subjective, psychological side of standing over the golf ball. Visual profile is absolutely everything for mental confidence. If you don't feel good looking down at the club at address, your brain tells your body to steer the ball, and you simply won't swing freely.
That is completely true, but feel is also highly dependent on acoustics. In golf, sound is feel. The engineers at Mizuno mapped the sound frequencies of the 921 and realized it was a bit too clicky. So they added subtle refinements to the internal rib construction in the 923 lineup. These specific reinforced ribs are designed to tighten up that soft, muted forged sound across the face, absorbing harsh vibrations. Most golfers report it feels substantially more solid and dense at impact. Because that feel and sound tuning is noticeably refined, round 4 confidently goes to the JPX 923. Also, pay close attention because in just a minute, I'm going to share one smart shopper move regarding fittings that could literally save you hundreds of dollars.
Round 5, price and value, the championship rounds.
Look at that giant 0 on the screen. Let it sink in. That 0 represents the actual quantifiable performance difference you gain on perfect dead center strikes between these two generations. If you pure a 7-iron with the 921 and then pure a 7-iron with the 923, the ball is going to the exact same place. Think about that deeply before you look at the massive price gap between them. The JPX 921 is the previous generation. That means it's cheaper to buy new from closeout retailers, and it is heavily discounted on the used market. Meanwhile, the JPX 923 sits proudly at full current retail price. Common feedback suggests that the modest performance gap on the slight off-center strikes is much smaller than the huge price gap.
Nobody likes burning money for no reason. For the average everyday golfer, the older setup is an absolute steal. It leaves more money in your pocket for greens fees or actual lessons. The undisputed round 5 value winner is the JPX 921. Get ready, because coming up on the next slide, we're transitioning to our final breakdown, where we assign a definitive winner for every single handicap level.
Round 6, Golfer Fit. Who should buy what?
Let's break down this mapping matrix so you know exactly which iron fits your profile. Do not ignore this part. Beginners, high handicappers, and budget buyers chasing maximum forgiveness should absolutely grab the 921 hot metal. Why? Because as a beginner, your swing is going to change dramatically over the next 2 years. Dropping top dollar on the 923 doesn't make sense. The 921 saves you money with virtually zero performance trade-off. Now, for the mid-handicappers who strike the ball decently but want a slight edge in feel and forgiveness on their mishits, you want the 923 hot metal. That's where those internal sound ribs and thinned-out toe sections actually pay dividends. Better players and low handicappers wanting elite workability? Your clear winner is the 923 forged because of the compact profile and thinner top line we debated earlier. What about slower swings and seniors needing optimal height? You want to grab the hot metal HL, or high launch, in either generation. It gets the ball up in the air much faster. Slicers? Stick to the standard hot metal in the 921 line. The offset will help you square the face without emptying your wallet. Before we give the final overall verdict, we need to talk about the biggest buying mistake amateur golfers make every single day. Listen closely. Spending extra money on a slightly refined iron head instead of putting that money toward a proper shaft fitting is a massive trap. The shaft is the engine of the golf club. It often affects your launch, spin, and consistency way more than which generation iron you're holding in your hands. Skipping a customized shaft fitting just so your budget can accommodate the newest 923 head will cost you strokes every single round. Buy the cheaper 921 head and use the savings to get fitted for the perfect shafts.
Let's do a fast, honest, no brand protection rundown of the pros and cons here. The JPX 921 pros include proven affordability, being widely available on the used market in great condition, and offering genuine, dependable forgiveness. The cons: you are dealing with slightly older cosmetics, and it lacks that highly refined, dense sound tuning at impact.
Over on the JPX 923 side, the pros give you that refined feel, tighter acoustics, heavily updated sleek looks, and those slight mishit ball speed tweaks around the perimeter of the face. The cons center entirely around a much higher price tag, knowing full well the actual distance and accuracy performance gains are real, but very modest.
Here is the final verdict matrix across all our categories. The JPX 923 wins the overall category based on pure design intent, acoustic precision, and slight aerodynamic sole refinements. It is technically the better engineered club. However, the JPX 921 completely dominates the best value, beginner, high handicap, and used market categories. It's just too good of a deal to pass up for 90% of amateur players. If price genuinely doesn't matter to you at all and you just want the best tech available, get the 923. Otherwise, the 921 is your reliable, money-saving workhorse.
That wraps up the direct head-to-head battle, but it leaves you with one big question before your next tee time. Are you actually buying a better golf game, or are you just paying for the newest shiny object on the rack? Think about that next time you're in the pro shop. Drop your handicap and your iron pick in the comments below right now.
Next week, we are putting the Titleist T100 against the TaylorMade P770 in a massive showdown of players' irons. You will not want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button for more head-to-head golf gear explainers that help you buy smarter, not just newer. See ya.